Hello there, it's me. So, look at that face. Not my face, his face. Look at that open, honest smile, those clear, youthful eyes. Well, youthful in comparison to me. Here, we have Ross Scott, our hero for this story. A knight in shining armour who has already travelled some distance across the land, fighting small but significant battles, not least of which was a battle against a very evil individual. A dark, dark soul. Pirate Software. That was his name. Yeah. So, the battle went up and down, but Thor sadly needed help. He wasn't quite strong enough to overcome this evil adversary on his own. And so he shouted to the heavens, or in our case, the internet. And help came in the form of strong angels, like Asmongold and Moist Critical, amongst many others, who sweep down from the heavens to aid our eponymous hero. And yea, verily, Pirate Software was defeated. Etc., etc. Anyway, Ross Scott set up a petition to be heard in the European Union to, as you've already read, I'm sure, and if you haven't, what's wrong with you? Read it. Yeah, to make ownership, and to stop games being killed at the end of their, at least, corporate life. People are still interested in playing them, but the corporations have no financial interest in them anymore, so they kill them. But bear in mind, these are games that you've paid for, or it seems as though you've paid for a game, because that's what they tell you. All the blurb, everywhere. You've paid for a game. You're buying a game. This is our game. Buy our game. Yes. But no. If you delve into the dark, murky depths of the terms and conditions, the EULA, you'll find that you're not buying a game. You're actually buying a license. You're buying access to the game, not the game. Because many years down the line, these corporations, these AAA game developers, can just destroy the game. And everything you've paid for, the game and any content therein, gone. Doesn't sound right, does it? So, guess what? We got 1 million signatures. It's going to be heard. There's not legal action. It just means that somebody of influence within the European Union is going to look at it and they're going to say, okay, we'll send this further down the line. And then hopefully it picks up steam. It goes to Parliament and all that other stuff, the European Parliament. So, nobody on a corporate level paid any attention to this until he reached 1 million signatures. As I've just stated, the tipping point for it to be nothing and go to something of significance. So, our weary knight, fresh from his battles, has to face yet another foe. Enter frame, Video Games Europe. A many-headed Hydra, the heads of which all have separate names. Activision Blizzard, Electronic Arts, Nintendo, Sega, Epic Games, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Take-Two, Ubisoft, and a whole bunch more. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a boss fight. You can read all that. I'm not going to give it any time. It's a boss fight. But this boss won't just die. It will rise from the ashes again and again and again. This is the beginning of a fight. One that I hope very much that Ross Scott eventually, and with much help from many people along the way, wins. But I think it bears pointing out that this fight is taking place in Europe, the home of the World Economic Forum, who have stated via its top people that you will own nothing and be happy. At least that's what's reported. You will own nothing and be happy. And what no one seems to be talking about is the fact that this mantra, this fight, is taking place, is setting its stall out, if you will, in the gaming sphere. And it appears that it's targeted at gamers who are mostly young people, dare I say, children. It seems very obvious to me, at least, that these, should we call them nefarious powers, are targeting the youth, getting them used to not owning and being happy, whilst paying for the privilege of not owning. I think that's quite dark. I mean, gamers like me who've been gaming since time immemorial, since the days of the ZX Spectrum, well, we're becoming irrelevant in many ways. On a corporate timescale, men like me, women like me who've been gaming forever, we'll soon be dead. And those voices of opposition will be extinguished. But no. Scott, our knight in shining armour, who's not as old as me, it has to be said, has stood up at the vanguard, his torch bright in the night, fighting for all of us. And we owe him our support, our allegiance against the monsters that must be slain for the greater good. So, this is me, signing off. Until next time, please, all of you, look after yourselves.